people there. Would you agree that on basic issues, most people, most of the time, know what's right, know what's wrong?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Protesting for Palestine.
I can't hear you.
I don't think so, because everyone's protesting for Palestine and they have no idea what they're protesting for, and they have no idea what's happening to them in Israel. So.
Okay, what you're saying is all true, but in their mind, they're doing it out of kindness. They're not doing it out of cruelty.
They just hate the Indians.
No, they're just stupid. And stupid is worse than cruel. They're just stupid.
Because they actually hate the Indians. I think they know. They just give an excuse. They try to look stupid.
Okay, maybe. I see. You're an American, right? I'm an American. The difference between you and me is that my father was born in Russia. Your papa was also born in America. Is that a truism? Almost. Where was your father born?
What?
Where was your father born?
Argentina.
But he wasn't born in Russia. Okay. I have a blind spot to America, a brainwashed blind spot to America. Americans are two things: kind and stupid, in spades. Historically kind and historically dumb. If this was Europe, I would agree with you. We're arguing about a fact. Is it anti-Semitism or is it stupidity? Stupidity is worse than anti-Semitism. Because anti-Semitism has a cause. Stupidity, you think you're actually being a good person, which makes you very dangerous. And what you're saying rings true to what Mashiach has to change. Mashiach has to change the difference between being good and stupid. That you don't have to be stupid in order to be good. Faket, you have to use your mind. What we have is anybody who's going to cry, we're going to feel bad for. If a guy kills 10 people, and then he starts to cry, oh, Nebuch HaRachmanis. That's exactly what we're watching. It happens over and over and over again. Why? Because we're stupid. Now, some people are evil, but most of the people are stupid, and stupid is worse than evil, I'm afraid to say it. But okay, I'm going back to my point. So if most people, most of the time, know what's right, know what's wrong, what's the problem? It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to do the right thing. The right thing is expensive. It cost me money, it cost me prestige, it cost me following other people, it cost me pleasure. It's hard to do the right thing. It's hard. It's hard to do the right thing. Or to say it in different words, if everybody around me was righteous, it would be much easier for me to be righteous. Because I know what right is, I know what wrong is, but I don't want to get caught all by myself on the lonely side of the island where people are good and the rest of the people are having fun. Why? You know why? Because it's hard. And you know what happens when you're kind, when it's hard? You actually become a better person. Not like those kids in university who haven't looked in the mirror, they have never taken a critical look at themselves ever. They never ask themselves, am I really a good person? You know, everyone's trying to get rid of racism. Trying to get rid of racism, How do you get rid of racism? How do you get rid of racism? There's no bigotry. What do they call it? They call it inclusion. You know how you get rid of racism? You create a whole bunch of new racisms. But these racisms are a mitzvah. Those racisms are an aveda. Why? Because we mean to be kind. If you want to get rid of racism, you have to stop being a racist. And if you want to stop being a racist, you can't just say, I like people. You have to work on liking people. Everybody's a racist. We're all selfish. We all see ourselves first and the second person second. It's not easy to be kind. In America, it's all, don't deal with yourself. Radiate outward. I'm a good person because I worry about somebody else. What about me? What about your relationship with your mother, with your father, with your husband? Can't get along with them. Why? Because you're not a mensch. Taylor says, you want to be kind, start with the person closest to you. Start with the person closest to you, because then the kindness is not just an act, it's a birur. It gives you become a better person. This is what the Eibush is teaching Goyim. And that's a way of life. You get married, you stay married. You're loyal. You're dedicated. You make sacrifice to the people closest to yourself, starting with your husband, and continue with your children, and with your parents, and your siblings, I hate them. And then you radiate bigger and bigger rings. Why? Because that's how you become a human being. That's what Mashiach teaches. It's a very logical thing. It's a very good thing. And then you go over to the next point. It's actually a desirable thing. A Yid has a chiyuv to want Mashiach. A Yid has a chiyuv to want Mashiach. Why? Because you have to want Hashem to win. Think about this. You have to want Hashem to win. You have to want Hashem to win. Is this world God's, yes or no? Simple question.
Yes.
Anybody say no? Anybody say no? You're afraid to say no. This world's Hashem's. You just said that there's professors in university protesting for Palestine. It's Hashem's world or some Mishagoyim? Now the correct answer to the question, of course it's Hashem's world. It just doesn't look that way. So I don't understand. If Hashem is the owner of the world, how come he has no control over it?
Free choice.
Okay, that's helpful. The answer to that question is...
He's controlling it. He's making that happen.
Oh, so is he in charge or not?
Yeah.
He's in charge of him losing. He gave us mitzvahs and he makes sure no one keeps it. Almost nobody keeps it. He gave Goyim Sheva mitzvahs and he made them so dumb and stupid that they explain every Aveda as a mitzvah, mitzvah as an Aveda. He's doing all of that. Okay, maybe. In other words, Hashem wants to lose.
He's obviously not losing because he wouldn't do that for himself, but it looks to us like he is.
So what's the plan? What is the plan, young lady? The answer to that question is there's free will. And along with free will comes a very, very bad un-American word. And that word is responsibility. It's responsibility. The Eibishter wants us to figure out how to be good.